Criado em Detroit, Quentin Harris é um dos expoentes máximos do soul-foul. O DSTV esteve em Vila do Conde, onde Quentin Harris esteve a apresentar o seu novo trabalho Sacrifice. Tom Mané de Dance Planet regressa de novo com os últimos equipamentos tecnológicos, tudo isto e mais, sempre com o carimbo da Valentine's Finest Clubbing Season. Pela terceira vez, o norte-americano Quentin Harris marcou presença em território nacional. Vindo de uma família de músicos, ele próprio toca 7 instrumentos e foi em Detroit, na sua terra natal, que começou a construir a sua carreira.
I wouldn't say necessarily yes, but I will say that it gives me an advantage. It's, in a way, I kind of consider it a gift and a curse, because there's so many people that do dance music that don't know how to play an instrument. And I think sometimes I get frustrated because I do these great things like, you know, my second single from my album, Sacrifice, Give It To You, where I do a 20-piece string orchestra. And like, not a lot of my peers are doing things like that, but it's like, you know, it sets me apart. But then a lot of people don't understand it because they're not used to hearing it on a regular basis. But I wouldn't change, you know, how I learned about music and how I had my upbringing from a child for anything.
Os olhos e o sorriso, a sinceridade.
Cheiro.
Fumo é muito importante.
É mesmo muito importante. Tem que cheirar bem, senão...
O que é que me atrai mais numa mulher? Sorriso, as mãos e a personalidade.
A sua sensualidade intelectual.
Pode parecer estranho dizer que é a parte interior, o que é o aspecto interior de uma mulher. Mas eu acho que se calhar é o mais importante, mas depende daquilo que nós queremos.
A cara, a beleza. E depois, claro, depois de falar com ela que eu decido se estou atraído ou não por ela, que é bem diferente.
In Detroit, you listen to techno, you listen to house, you listen to hip hop, you listen to everything. And when you went out to a club, you heard everything. And it wasn't just marginal. It's like today, if you go to a club, people are like, oh, I only play techno, I only play house, I only play tribal, I only play hip hop, I only play... It wasn't like that when I went out. It's like you heard whatever the DJ felt like was gonna make the crowd move, he played it. Whether or not it was hip hop or whether it was house. And if you really think about it, the first true hip hop record had a disco sample from Good Times, which was chic, which was disco. So there you go.
Fica para ver a continuação desta entrevista.
I think, to sound cliche, music brings people together. And when I was a kid, I heard all different kinds of music. So I think you may speak Portuguese, or you may speak Italian, or you may speak Japanese, but if you put on a song, like, say for instance, Thriller, everyone knows the song, and they might not understand the words, but there's something musically in that song that speaks to everyone. When you have the ability to go in and out of whatever genres people put up, you know, it just breaks down those barriers. It's like if we can get on the floor and we can dance together, then we can live together. funny story, but I think people, I think right now music is in a really great time. A lot of people are saying that, oh, there's no good music out there. There's great music out there. You just have to, you're not hearing it on your radio, and you're not hearing it on MTV, and you're not hearing it on the normal places that you're hearing it. You have to really be proactive and search for great music. Because there are great artists out there. It's like, if you're proactive and you look for it, you're going to find it, because there's always a great artist out there, always.
Quentin Harris percorreu Portugal com uma mini tour promovendo o seu novo álbum Sacrifice.
The new album, I think it shows growth as a producer. I think it's sonically more well put together. I tend to be a control freak in the aspect that I do everything myself, and it's not because I'm a control freak. It's because it's just how I learn. Like, I learned how to do everything myself because I used to always have people tell me, no, we're not going to help you do this, no. And so I just learned how to do things myself. This time around, I decided to, for the mixing process of the album, had Steve Barkin, who mixes all of Dave Morales' and Frankie Knuckles stuff. I had him mix the album. You know, I employed a 20-piece string orchestra. I worked with artists who I've always wanted to work with, Alternate. I've had live musicians on the album. You know, I did things that I've always wanted to do to show growth because, you know, I also felt like I had a sound that people were imitating. And I said, well, what can I do that they can't do? Oh, a 20-piece string orchestra.
You're my on the way. You're my on the way. You're my on the way. Your house is mine.
É percorrer o país de les a les, a tocar em tudo o que é boas casas e a brilhar.
Sim, é o melhor momento da tua vida. Foi o que eu ouvi dizer.
Da minha carreira, talvez. Estou a tocar nas melhores casas do país e a ter sucesso em todo lado.
Se eu te cheirasse e dissesse que tu cheiravas ao perfume Patchouli, o que é que tu dizias?
Ao perfume, desculpa,
Patchouli.
Patchouli. Dizia, se tu gostasses, dizia que era ótimo.
Achava bem. Gostavas? Acho que sim. No outro dia o meu pai disse isso e era um elogio, por isso eu acho que é bom.
Achava que se não está muito bem.
Achava ótimo, mas não é o meu perfume.
O perfume Patchouli.
Não é, e vou dizer, não adianta perguntar, porque não te posso chegar ao perfume.
Portugal is such a great place, and it's so funny because I've been to Brazil before and I speak Portuguese there. And when I went there for a vacation, I've never had a vacation before. My friend dragged me there. I spent 2 years, 2 weeks learning Portuguese.
You know any word?
No.
Nah, I don't believe it. Can you tell me one word? I know you know.
Boa noite.
Quentin Harris é uma das figuras principais da música soulful. O seu profundo conhecimento musical, aliado à sua aprendizagem riquíssima de vida, permitem-lhe ter uma percepção artística extraordinária. A sua música não fica indiferente a qualquer ouvido, pois nas suas canções existe sempre aquilo a que chamamos a soul thing.